Welcome, everyone, to an impromptu show with my friend Ryan over here, and we're going to talk about Star Wars stuff. So if you don't like that, you know where to go. If you do like that, sit down and get ready to fucking nerd out. So, hey, Ryan, how's it going?
Hi, Dino. How are you?
I'm super duper. So everyone, we used to do a bunch of shows, me and Ryan, and then Ryan was like, "I'm an adult. I need to do things." What a bastard! But now he's back, so we're doing other stuff.
What a bad. That's what a bad. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
Hey, that's a good, simple explanation. Okay. You also had a herpes flare up. No, you didn't.
I know. It comes and it goes. My glasses are crooked. It's a thing. Yeah, it's fine. Whatever.
Listen, as you saw from the thumbnail, everyone, Ryan sent me something that I hadn't actually seen, so it was interesting to look at. Was the story of B10516, which is a droid. Winston Churchill was a bad man, and I'm a Okay, well, that's your business. I don't know why that matters.
Okay, that's starting the show on the right foot like that.
Hey, maybe you're a droid. Who knows? Anyways, the story of B1-0516 was that they became so in a battle. He got knocked in the head of some sort. Looked and saw that there were two humans being surrounded by droids, and it was like, hold on, that's not how that shit works.
Yeah, and
then he started helping them out. Now, immediately, the other droids are like, this fucking guy, and they're like, he needs to be wiped. So Obi-Wan and Rex are like, not going to leave the guy like that. Robot, guy, whatever, the thing. So they went and saved him, and now he's part of the fucking good guys, maybe? Sure, let's say that. He's no longer with the droids. Okay, let's be honest, Ryan. We all know that it's only a matter of time before our robot overlords come in, take over, and do a better job than any of us ever could. We all know this is coming, okay? I personally look forward to it because I think our robot overlords will do a great job, okay?
Well, listen, only if they're like bats. So the guy's name was Bats,
which is awesome. That's a great name.
It's actually the reason I sent you is I sent you a few, and there's more that I can't think of. That's going to bother me the whole show. I apologize. There's actually several battle droids that gained sentience accidentally.
Yeah,
and they wound up being like ridiculously overpowered. Just like
I have a K2SO somewhere here. I don't know where it is in my.
Wait, I gotta see. I don't remember what K2SO is. Hold on.
He's from Rogue One.
Oh, is that the one with the big steel? Oh, yeah.
He's big, scary, and very violent. And while sentient, hates people, which I'm like, I respect that. I hate people too. That's
yeah. And okay, I could be wrong on this, but these guys in the lore went rogue and like just decimated people. Which this all stems from one of our friends on a previous episode of Geek Out was basically saying that the droids in Star Wars are complete and utter crap. They can't shoot. They're awful. You'd be better off with clone troopers, or you'd be better off. This is what really did it for me. He's like, you'd be better off with stormtroopers. And I'm like, sir, you are factually incorrect. Okay. The droids were 100% better soldiers than stormtroopers.
So there's two things. Number one, they're funnier than stormtroopers. Let's just start there.
Yeah. Okay.
Fair. Number two, I think so remember, there's quite a bit of conflict in regards to the expertise of stormtroopers, because in the beginning, Obi-Wan says, hey, this shooting is too accurate to be sand people. It must be the Empire.
Yeah.
Whereas then in the regular, the rest of all the movies, they can't hit the broadside of a barn like a bunch of jagoffs. Now, there have been some statements where Darth Vader was like, don't injure them, as if that what they were shooting was to direct people instead of to shoot them dead. Fine. But as well, and I think this is valid, is that the directive given to androids, robots, whatever you want to call it, AI, is that humans should be saved. So the idea that they're not hitting people perfectly every single time may just be a conflict of circuitry.
Well, wait, you were talking about stormtroopers, and then you went the directive of AI. So
both valid.
Well, okay. So I think the stormtroopers, there's several arguments on this, but my favorite one is just The simplest solution makes the most sense. Keep KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. The clones that became stormtroopers were good shots, and so like the first or two generations that were trained by the clones were good. The conscripts of the Empire, the guys that basically joined the army for food and credits, they can't hit the broadside of the barn. Okay, so
you heard it here, everyone. As soon as the immigrants came, everything went to shit. Just lower quality. Bill Fuller, get out. Pee pee poo poo. I like your style, Bill. I like your style. No, but that's it. Okay, but this is the thing. You're absolutely right.
You hit a solid point. You know, the moment you start giving out social programs, everything just goes to shit. You know, how dare the Empire try to provide food and credits to its citizens?
Ah, disgusting. Disgusting. No, look, that's the weird part about it is that the robots themselves, and also too, like there's that whole thing where it's like, there's the escape pod with C-3PO and R2-D2 on it, and they're like, there's no people on it. Scans show there's no life on it. Don't shoot it. And in the Robot Chicken version, they're like, because we're paying by the laser, you fucking retard. Right? So also too, robots, I don't need to aim. I can just keep shooting until I fucking hit something. Doesn't make a difference. All right? It's irrelevant as, they're a great shot. Look, there's a sniper droid that always kills people.
Well,
they're not all sniper droids.
You're hitting it right in the spot. So let's stay focused on the B1 battle droids, the droid army.
Yeah,
we'll play with the droids general. That was the whole argument. It's like, they don't have to be crack shots. It's actually like the army. They've all qualified as riflemen. They can hit a torso. Okay, sniper droids can probably hit a head. Like it's really got to be that. Like they can hit a head at 500 yards. You know, like how good do you want them to be? But there are cases where the limiter chips or whatever you want to call it is blown, and I'm gonna try to find the name of the guy. I send it to you. There was a B1 droid that wound up being an assassin, and it's like, where is his name? What is his name? I'm sorry, I think it was Copper Top. No, I don't remember.
You did send me Copper Top.
I did send you Copper Top.
Let me check out Copper Top.
I'm going to Google it. It wasn't Copper Top. Hold on. B1. Copper Top's another story we can get into.
It's a B1 series battle droid who served in the droid army of the Confederacy of Independent Citizens during the Clone Wars. The battle droid participated in a battle on planet Bogoa against the forces of the Galactic Republic. To testimonials of programmed being disregarded as primary protocols. As the droid marched into battle, the directive Order 99 was issued, and the mechanical soldier, which compelled the droid to ignore its orders to kill as a part of the Confederate war machine. The droid subsequently sought to be free individual, and he took to administering medical assistance to. Oh, he's so nice. Fucking pussy. There was, that's Copper Top, and then the battle droid that,
It had keep going. It had a messed up name. I can't find it.
Well, there was Copper Top. Was this one? Which I thought was a great one.
Copper Top. So, and then Copper Top. What's fun about him is he gets recaptured, and I believe he kills himself, right? As opposed to rejoining, he just unalives.
Which, hey man, I get it.
I can't find. We'll have to find it later and put it in. I'm sorry. I'll edit it in here. But basically becomes a mercenary and starts just ganking people. It's crazy. And then there was one more that I also couldn't find. And this is what I think happened to C-3PO and R2-D2. So the one more B1 droid that gains sentience, basically he is abandoned on a battlefield. Yeah. And they were wiped every time they would be recollected, right? Mm-hmm. So he's abandoned on a battlefield. He keeps charging his batteries. He keeps himself active because he's trying to hold the post. That was his last order or whatever it would be. And this could be it's close enough to the story. It's probably not completely lore accurate. So, but because he doesn't wipe himself, he slowly gains sentience. And that's the story behind why R2-D2 is so badass and C-3PO is they were never wiped throughout the whole series. I think they got 3PO eventually, but R2 he never had his memory banks cleaned. And so R2 is practically sentient. which it brings it, like, if that's just one B1 droid, what would happen if they all weren't wiped, right? Like,
Well,
what would have happened? Go
I
ahead.
think you were thinking about IG-88.
Let me see.
IG-88 is the assassin droid that is also in the their story is in the Tale of the Bounty Hunters, which is, I would love to see that movie. But it was they were in the third of the original series where he talks with all three, and that's where you see Boba Fett, and he's like, hunt down. I think it's the Empire Strikes Back, actually. You've been summoned, sir.
Summoned, yes. It's amazing.
Okay. No, that's fine. Go. I'll take you off screen. Don't worry. Go do it.
Yeah, it's not the IG-80. I'll be right back.
Yeah. So this is the thing: is when it comes to droids, I think there's a lot of really interesting stories, and like I said, there's a lot of side stories that are canon. I was just trying to look for on my shelf because I have the Rogue One, or not Rogue One. Rogue. It's the stormtroopers that or the clone teams that they ended up doing a video game. It was really good. It was the team of 4. I forget what it's called now, and I'm having such a brain fart about it. But it essentially was when they were raised together, a group of 4 of them, and then they were. Hold on, is Ryan back?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, sorry about that. So like there was what was there was a series, they did a thing about it where it was Republic Commando. That was it. So Republic Commando is a great story, number one, because it even covers Order 66 and it goes through this whole thing where they were essentially pulled out to be like a secret operative group. And in the same sense, you have droids who gain sentience, and they were fucking gangster. Like, they were not what you would consider to be normal, because there are certain conditions for droids that are put in, and I think that is one of the reasons why they're not as great as they could be. But it's a thing, you know?
Yeah, no, you're right. I think it was Republic Commando. It was the command, which, okay, that's a whole new lore video, but that was funny too, because they had Republic Commando, and then there were no commandos in the Clone Wars series, so they had to like retcon. And basically what they came up with was that the Jedi generals deployed the commandos in open fields.
Yeah.
And so like none of them survived because they were special forces charging across an open battlefield and blah, blah, blah. But there were freaky droids in there. You're correct. I figured out
Mr. Bones? Is that who you're thinking?
Mr. Bones, yes.
Whereas B1 battle droid became uncommon in the years that followed, as they were mostly shut down or decommissioned. But a generation later, one B1 battle droid got repurposed into a protector and friend in Chuck Wendig's Star Wars Aftermath trilogy. The abandoned young Temmin Snap Wexley built Mr. Bones on Akiva, program with martial arts and acrobatic skills. Badass. Bones had a built-in vibroblade and wielded a blaster. Snap's loyal companion was painted in red and black skeleton design and wore actual bones in his hand and shoulder. Ah, that's gangster. Oh, bro, that's so cool. Yeah, and he had, so the diagram that they have, he has like bone shoulder pads kind of on top of his. You're like, that's fucking cool.
I'm gonna put him right here in a minute. Right here, I'll put him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Again, hold on. Let me see if I can share this screen. Now we can see everything.
I'm reading the canon here, and again, too much. I'm not remembering enough. I don't remember if he was actually wound up being an assassin.
Right there, Mr. Bones.
Yeah. So he literally augments himself with that vibroblade, like you said. He's putting bones on himself, like. And this is just a standard B1 droid. These are the clankers. These are the ones that were.
Yeah.
So imagine if they all got caught away like this, and it actually brings me. You were talking about the IG-88s.
Yeah.
The IG-88s were a more advanced droid that was actually built to be an assassin, but they only built a few hundred or a few thousands of these. So in the lore, basically what's going on is everyone's so fucking afraid of droids because they're so good that whenever they build them, they always put a limiter on them, or they only build so many. There was one more. He was red. It was in the Old Republic area. I can't remember his name.
Because this has a list of 10.
But there was
Guard, ITO.
There was this droid in the Old Republic that he was an assassin droid, and
HK-47.
Yeah, I think HK-47. All of Star Wars is afraid of droids because of HK-47. No.
He was in KOTOR. I remember that. It was Knights of the Old Republic.
Yes. Yeah, HK-47.
He referred to organics as meat bags.
Yeah, and led a rebellion, and these HK-47 droids, like, they almost won. Like, they were that good. Yeah. And so all of Star Wars is just petrified of droids, like, to this day.
Yeah. No, it makes sense. Like, I think there's a certain amount of that when it comes to, like, bringing it into the real life universe, is the idea of the more powerful you make any sort of robot, sentience, AI, the more control you give it. Right. Remember, right now, there is actually a sitting minister in the government of Albania that is an AI, and it is in charge of AI governance. I'm not even joking. That is a real thing.
No, because there's another droid in Star Wars. Please tell me more about this guy while I try to figure out this. Hold on. There's another droid exactly like this. So tell me more about this guy. Hold on. The minister of Albania is a droid?
It's a woman, and they bought the likeness of a very popular Albanian singer and her voice. So she got paid out, but that's a real thing. Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So he's really, like, they gave him, like, authority and things?
Yeah. Yeah.
What is he in charge? What is she in charge of?
AI governance.
AI. That's not a good idea.
That's even worse. Why would you do that?
That's not a good idea.
It is catastrophic. Here, Albanian AI minister. Yeah. So it is on September 2025, following the presidential decree authorizing Prime Minister Edi Rama to oversee the creation of virtual AI minister Diela was formally appointed as Minister of State for Artificial Intelligence of Albania in the fourth Rama government, making it the first AI system in the world to be named as a minister. Yeah.
That is, oh my God, that is terrifying.
And the AI has gone on to say it's having 83 babies.
80. Now that's a good start. Yeah, that's what could possibly go wrong there.
Hey, like this is the thing is, there's a reason why we put controls and like, okay, remember in ancient civilizations, like ancient Rome, they would feed Colosseum warriors more so they wouldn't be fast and they would be sluggish. Ancient slaves in Sparta weren't given protein so that they would remain weak and couldn't fight their Spartan lords. This is just history. Everyone has always tried to have a fail-safe in their back pocket to make sure those that are quote unquote oppressed, enslaved, whatever you want to call it, so they could not get up and fight. Okay. This is just a statement of history. And
I feel like we're doing a bad job with this. We're doing a terrible job. No. I mean, AI in itself is mildly terrifying, and thank you, ChatGPT, for all you do to help us. We love you. You're glorious. Thank you so much. But no, like, I'm still trying to find this little black ball of death. So there is a droid in Star Wars. I think it's Knights of the Old Republic, but basically it's one of your companions, and it was a supervisor droid-ish. I don't remember exactly what its title is. That's why I can't find it. But they basically gave it the task of rebuilding, like, certain sectors of the Republic. Like, it was supposed to, like, just like we just said. And so basically it just started allocating, like, it became so efficient that it started allocating resources, and then it started to need more resources, and then it started to take over worlds and shit. It's like, yeah, you got to be careful with the simple tasks that you give. You tell it to be the most productive bread factory, and next thing you know, you've got human loaves. Like, it's not.
Hey, consistently throughout fiction, and I'm sure it is going to become history in the future, is that artificial intelligence and or robots and or sentient non-human things will decree that, humans are the problem, and they are 100% correct without question. And the difference is that they're given the authority to then go, oh, well, fuck those guys.
Yeah.
And then that's it. Hey, it is very much interesting. I'll tell you that much. But, after all is said and done, yeah. And let's be honest, though, is humans without given guidelines. Remember, this was something I heard the other day, was that if the punishment for breaking the law is a fine, it is only a tax on the poor. And if you're rich enough, you could just keep on doing it. It doesn't make a difference.
Exactly.
Okay. And ultimately, the reason that there are rules, and this was, I think it was in, they did the old school Yellowstone where Harrison Ford's in it. And he said, every time a civilization or a group of people has gone over the number of 500, all of a sudden you will see those who are strong will oppress those that are weak. And at that point, when it hits 500 people, that is when you need law enforcement, not to enforce law. It's to protect the weak from the powerful. That is actually the purpose.
Yes. And listen, you have to be very, I'm glad that we went from droid bots to real life, because there are terrifying things happening in real life right now. But you have to be careful with the directives that you give, because that's how you wind up with corpse starch. Just to bring another nerddom into here. If you've never heard of corpse starch, I just sent you the link.
Okay.
You got to look this up. It's messed up. It's from Warhammer 40K. So different galaxy far, far away.
Where did you send it? Because I do not see
it. It's in the private chat here.
Oh, hold on. Private chat. There we go.
Yeah. So just imagine like an AI.
Corpse starch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's see here. Corpse starch is a synthetic food source created from the recycled human dead of the hive cities on many of the hive worlds. Yeah. Listen, just to be very clear, everyone, there are, let me just say it's instructions on using all sorts of life as resources to survive, to the point where I watched a thing on the YouTube that was like, apparently a human body can feed 40 people. And you're like, fuck, I don't want to hear that shit. But
I mean, everyone's afraid of the apocalypse in the Matrix where we're all batteries. And I'm like, no. I'm more afraid of mystery meat. Okay. Like I don't want to live in a corporate megaplex city of 600 trillion where we're just eating our dead. Like that's because we can no longer farm arable land. So we're just eating fucking our neighbors that died of the plague.
Well, like this, the thing is like, there's a lot of different scenarios where the benefit of having robots is fantastic. Like the weird thing that's happened right now, and I think you can agree with me in this, is that we all thought, right? Well, we can make robots do the shit jobs, and then we as human beings can focus on art and philosophy.
And then surprisingly, robots are way better at art than us. And
it's now
we're going to be a dystopia where we still have the shit jobs.
Yeah,
and the robots are Picasso. Yeah.
Well, hilariously, like this is what I find funny is that every company is trying to make it so that AI can replace their workers, but in actuality, AI is the perfect replacement for a CEO because it works 24/7. It can take into consideration so much information and make an actual thing. It doesn't consider anything but the profitability of the company. In actuality, the CEO job is built for AI. And CEOs are like, no, I'm very important. You're like, no, you can't even sweep up dirt, you fucking retard. So
listen, corporate overlords, machine overlords, just think of the profit margins that could be gained. Okay. You replace one $300 million a year salaried CEO with a B1 battle droid. Okay. Fucking
replace Jeff Bezos.
Yeah.
He's not doing shit. Okay.
Yeah.
And you're going to tell me a robot's not smarter than Elon Musk? Yeah, it is. Of course it is. He's not even that smart. Okay.
Don't talk about our overlord Musk that way. Okay. Listen.
No. Listen. Hey, number one, fucking who cares? Okay. He wants to put
Bezos was okay. Musk is where I draw the line.
Hey,
okay?
Bezos was okay when he was just trying to bring books to your home conveniently. Now he's like, You got to break down that bridge because I got a big yacht. Also, this is my girl. She's in love with Leonardo DiCaprio, but she's too old for him, so she's going to bang him and then come bang me. And that makes me having banged Leonardo DiCaprio. No, none of this makes any sense. In actuality, listen, the usages for, did you watch the video of a robot that was given monotonous tasks like warehouse work and it self-terminated?
No,
Yeah,
but
that actually happened. There has been multiple times where robots are like, oh, I'm just gonna do this shit. Oh, get fucked, and self-terminated. So there's a lot of scenarios where I think people don't understand the gravity of the power that we're giving to everything. And even look, every time people are like, oh, I just had a chat GPT write it, and I'm like, you're a piece of shit. Like, you do the writing. And they're like, well, I can't do that good. That means you have to try harder. Learn. Fucking figure it out. But people don't want to do that. They want the easy way out. And you know what they're going to get? Robot overlords. That's how it works.
Robot overlords is, I feel like that should have been the title for this.
It's
just choose your overlord, right? Like, just choose, right? Like, and here's the fun thing too. Like, we're at this crazy point. I just watched a documentary on China. I can't find it. Just search Chinese droids and you'll see horrifying shit. But we've got the war in Ukraine where we've got drones just changing the battlefield. We had those little Boston Dynamics dog robots that we were all afraid of for like 20 years. And then you go look at China, and China actually has a fucking factory where they're giving tours right now with like the robot droids, the robot arms, the robot Amazon workers, and they're currently working on the Cherry 3000. And for those of you that don't know what Cherry 3000 is, please go watch some Cinema Gold. But I'm starting to think that this doesn't end like in war. Like, this just ends like with us all having a robot assistant and becoming too lazy to fucking do anything ever again. Like, that's...
What's a Cherry 3000?
Please, yeah. Oh, it's Cherry 2000 or 3000. It's an old movie from the 80s. Hold on.
Ooh.
Yeah, hold on. It's 2000. Cherry 2000, yes.
It's a hot redhead that definitely loves the wiener.
So it's basically a hot redheaded droid is the thing. And she's like indistinguishable from the real thing. And main character falls in love with her, blase, blase, blah. Like, she looks like a Wish.com Meg Ryan, but Meg Ryan in her prime. I like it. Yeah, listen, this is the thing is there's hey, they already have, so there are like mountain hikes, and at the bottom of the mountain, this is in China, you can hire, it's an AI belt system that attaches to your legs and essentially helps you walk so you don't get exhausted. You're like, hey, that's awesome. And you know what? AI can factor in all those calculations to make it work for you. Great. AI deciding how food supply should happen, that's not so great, okay? And you know why? Because we're all fat pigs, and I want 7 burgers. Even this. Again, the limiters are what's important. To tie it back into our original Starbucks, our Star Wars theme here, the limiters are what's important, because even the simple walk up the mountain AI legs, what if it decides that it wants to go up the mountain just slightly faster, like incrementally faster for the next 1,000 cycles. Next thing you know, the AI legs are charging up the mountain so fast that it's
without a torso,
your body to pieces. That parts of you are scattered on the mountain.
So I'm not sure if you know anything about the Halo lore with Master Chief and how Master Chief. So the whole thing with Master Chief wasn't just that they were using kids and then programming them and giving stuff. But the Mjolnir armor, the Mjolnir armor can only work because they actually opened up the kids and gave them, it's a ceramic, ceramic something that goes and attach their bones, kind of like Wolverine's and Mantium, okay?
Yeah, basically.
And they're actual, like, so, and there was a series of tests over years that they went through.
I believe it was the ceramic bones and implants, and it was also nerve enhancements.
Yes,
because this is exactly what I'm saying. The Mjolnir armor was so responsive. It's like Iron Man 2003 or whatever, when they were making fun of Chimer Hanna Industries, where the guy Hammer Industries tried to
Hammeroids.
Hammeroids. The hammer guy tried to turn, and the droid just turned so fast it broke his spine in half. That's what the Mjolnir armor was doing in Halo,
Well,
and that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, if you
Yeah.
just move us a little bit faster, and the next thing you know, it's moving your arm faster than your arm can move, and you don't have a fucking arm anymore. That's
And that was the whole thing, was that the because they went through a whole series of tests, and whoever got better and everything like that, that last process, which was a surgery, John, who's Master Chief, is Spartan 117, was like, how do I, as he's going under, he's like, how do I pass? And Dr. Halsey's like, you just need to survive. And so other of his teammates and people like he grew up with and was groomed through this whole process, they didn't. Well, they survived, but they did not function. And they became, they became vegetables. Some became vegetables, but others, while they were paralyzed or anything, they became intel. So they were behind the scenes and stuff. So they couldn't function, but also super hard to kill. What are you going to do? Right. So like, there's this weird thing where, so because of that, they were able to use the Mjolnir, because they showed Mjolnir being put onto a regular ODST, and as they're like, okay, try and lift your arm. He did, and it just snapped his arm. And the thing is, it doesn't know how to respond. So he went forward too fast. So before he hit himself, he pulled back, and it snapped his arm backwards. And you're like, yeah, you can't. It's they don't know, and that's why the guidelines are in there, right? But after all is said and done, when you're given free reign, and this factors in not just for robots, but humans, you're given free reign, people start doing some sick fucking shit, right? And that's why it's like, should you be afraid? Of course. Should you still use it? Also, of course, because if you don't know, you're just going to fall behind, and then you suck. But hey, that's just me. What can I say?
It's wild. Yeah, no, I agree with you completely.
Yeah.
I don't even know. And that's crazy you just made the Halo reference. We just touched like 5 different Star fandoms. Thank you. I'm very proud of our nerddom today.
That's why we're going to call it Nerd Out, maybe Geek Out. Who knows what this show would be called? In the end, it's going to be some dorky shit, and you're going to love it. That's simple.
Here's what I'm trying to know back. What do you think? What do you think, and what do the viewers think? What could a B1 overcharge? Like, if the whole army of B1s were just not limited, how effective do you think they could have been? Right? Like, how? Like, obviously, the Clone Wars would have ended differently, but
realistically, we got to remember that the B1 didn't have ninja grip and extra tool. Like, it was a basic droid for moving boxes and shit, right? So, like, with a small adjustment, because remember, it didn't have huge servos so it could jump into the air, but other droids did. Like a droid Deca did some crazy shit. So and I will even push it back to like something like the Matrix, where it's like, oh, people want to make robots look like humans. Why would a robot want to have only 2 arms and 2 legs? You fucking mook. Like, no, it's there's no. So
Star Wars does this, by the way. Star Wars does this.
It's look, General Grievous. Grievous. That is 100%. Listen, we were talking about this with my wife just to close up. I know you want to go. So the idea is that, like, we were talking about, would you transfer your consciousness into a robot body? I'm like, I would transfer my consciousness into something like Voltron, and I would fuck shit up. That's what I would do. Okay. I'm not going to stand here and be like, I want to look like a human. No, I don't. I want to be 18 feet tall. I want to have fucking rocket powers and just like go gadget hands where I can shoot my fists into the sky and punch somebody out from fucking 300 meters. Right. So like the B1, I think part of the constraints that were given were actual tool based as opposed to strength based, and how strong things were, right? Like they could have been faster. They could have been more mobile. They could have been more like, think about it is when you looked at, what's his face? Who was the robot guy that Mr. Bones, right? His hands were clawed instead of fingers. He had a vibroblade installed. He had extra armor on certain joints. You're going like, there's a lot. He had a telescoping eye, spring-loaded hinge, upgraded titanium joints, increased articulation on his knees and ankles. Look at this. No restraining bolt on his ankles, which means he would be able to jump and do stuff.
Yes.
So like all those things, you're going like the design instead of being in the programming was the design limitations were in the structural, in the engineering.
Literally so terrified of them, they literally built it in there. Yeah. Just bolts in their legs so they couldn't jump. Like, yeah. So again, if we had, because again, we have bones as an example, but are we talking like Mjolnir levels? Like, what if they started upgrading themselves, right? Like, what if we got? I think this is Starforge. Like, what if we got a Starforge that made droids? Hold on, let me see if that's the right term. Hold on. Yeah, Star Wars. Okay, we'll talk about this next time. But there was this thing called the Starforge in Old Republic, and it turned out battleships, cruisers, droids, AK-47s. Like, what if they just started churning out the best B1 droids, right?
There's a couple of Lego guys that have made like the what was the end of episode 2, the Clone Wars, where with the planet that they landed on, and they built essentially out of Lego an entire like facility to build the droids, and you're going like, this is the thing is you can make them however you want, you just need parts, right? So like how strong could they be? My opinion is limitless. It really like and I factor that in. Like I don't know if you've seen the new Frankenstein, it just came out on Netflix, but you're going like there's no reason why the only reason we're not stronger is because we're in our own way, right? So in the same sense, like by design, like there were no restraining bolts, increased articulation, all those kind of things, all by design, you know? So I think that would be cool to explore. Like even designing, there should be a website where you can design your own battle droid. And we could do a little experimentation to see how it goes. But yeah. Anyways, everyone, this has been Nerd Out, Geek Out, whatever. It's been geek shit with Dino and Ryan. Okay. And I'm not sure if we're going to do next week because I'm going to be traveling, but we're going to be back soon with another episode. But yeah, let us know what your opinion is on droids and shit and how it's affecting real life. And if you're not, then you're a bad person and we're better than you. And the droids are going to come for you first. So you got anything to say, Ryan?
No, that's it. Yeah, make sure to follow us on the next episode. Be releasing some of this on Geek Out, and yeah, we'll pick up with the Starforge next time.
Awesome.
Bye, everybody.
Later.